Okay, so I have a story to tell. So, last night, I don't know what happened, but I vaguely remember waking up and, like, staring at the ceiling, and, like, there was this giant spider. It was, like, at least this big. At least that big, if not bigger. It might have been, like, out of this world, like, Martian spider on my ceiling. I'm not entirely sure, but it was at least, like, this big. No exaggeration there. I know that's what I saw. So in this confusion of seeing a massive, like, creature on my ceiling, I didn't scream, but I jumped up and, like, somehow I guess managed to shove my door out of the way and get into the hallway, and I remember just standing in the hallway just looking around, and my first thought was, I need to save Rachel, I need to save my roommate. Then I kind of paused for a minute, and I thought, why do I need to save Rachel? And I was like, because of the spider! So I was like, oh, there's a spider. So I go back in and kind of peek in, and at this point, Rachel's awake because I guess when I somehow managed to, like, fly and, like, jump, like, 7 feet, I don't even know how I did that. I have no recollection of this. I mean, just, like, Olympic, like, talents and abilities were used in this moment last night. Like, I don't know what was going on. Maybe somebody put something in my dinner last night. I don't know, but something happened, and I used these abilities, and it was weird. But so, I kind of, like, look around, and my roommate had woken up because when I had shoved the door out of the way in my haste to get out of the bedroom, it had slammed into her bed and woken her up. And so she just kind of peeks around, and she looks at me and looks at all of my blankets, and my pillows were on the ground at this point, because I guess when I got up, I kind of just moved everything out of the way in my haste to escape the beast on the ceiling. But so we're just kind of looking around, she looks at me and she's like, what's going on? Are you okay? Did something happen? Are you feeling all right? I just kind of look at her, I'm like, well, there was a spider. And she stares at me and she says, what spider? Well, how big was it? I was like, it was this big. It was bigger than my face. It was an enormous spider. She just kind of looks back at me and she looks at the ceiling and she's like, we live on the 4th floor and we've never seen spiders. And then she just started laughing and she's like, I don't think there was a spider. And I was like, maybe you were right. So I guess I had a night terror and saw a giant spider on my ceiling, and in my half-awake state, leapt out of bed and woke up my roommate, who happens to think it's hilarious, but, in life-or-death situations, apparently, I have very good fight-or-flight reflexes, and I was the loving roommate. I was going back to save her. Like, I wasn't just going to go run out and, like, grab the fire extinguisher. No. My first thought was, you need to save Rachel. She just laughed at me, was not even grateful for my sacrifice. So, that was my story of last night.